All right, today we are diving into what could honestly be the future of in-store shopping, the Magma AI Retail Assistant. We're going to follow a customer's journey from start to finish to see exactly how this tech is changing the game.
So right off the bat, the whole experience feels super personal. The AI introduces herself as Maria and welcomes the customer to the store. Let's follow a shopper, his name's Jorgos, and see how this actually plays out.
You know, the first thing you really notice here is just how natural the whole interaction feels. This isn't about clicking through weird menus or anything. It's just a conversation like you'd have with a real person to find what you're looking for.
Okay, so it starts off pretty simply. Jorgos just says he needs a monitor. But here's the cool part. Instead of just dumping every single monitor they have on the screen, Maria curates a list of 3 really good options. It's all about actual guidance, not just a wall of search results.
And the conversation just keeps flowing so smoothly. Jorgos asks for a closer look. Boom, the image is bigger. He asked about the price. Maria's right there with the answer. And get this, she even tells him how many are in stock. That's super useful, right? Every single question gets a direct, relevant answer, which just gets rid of all that usual shopping hassle.
So this is where it gets really interesting. How in the world does this all happen so fast? I mean, how does the AI get the context and pull up the perfect products in like a split second? Well, the secret sauce here is something called hybrid search, and this is way more than just matching keywords. It uses what's called vector search to understand the meaning behind what you're saying, and then it combines that with the pinpoint accuracy of a regular keyword search. That's why the results feel so spot on. And this slide gives you a peek under the hood at the technical architecture. Now, don't worry that it's in Greek. The main idea is super clear. You've got the Gemini Live API handling that real-time voice conversation. That's what makes it feel so human. And then in the background, you've got this powerhouse hybrid search engine doing all the heavy lifting to find the products instantly.
But you know, this AI is so much more than just a fancy search engine. It actually comes with a whole toolkit of specific functions. And these tools let it go way beyond just finding products. It can manage the entire shopping experience.
So as Georgios keeps shopping, Maria basically becomes his personal shopper. He adds a couple of monitors, a few mice, some mouse pads, then he changes his mind and wants to remove one of the monitors. Maria handles all of that, adding, removing, confirming, without missing a beat. The cart management is completely effortless. And this isn't magic, right? It all comes down to that toolkit. These are specific functions programmed into the AI. So when a customer says something like, "Put 2 of those in for me," the AI knows exactly what that means and triggers the Add Item to Cart tool. It's basically translating plain English into a command it can execute.
Okay, so finally, Jorgo says he's all set, ready to buy. The AI wraps up the digital side of things by giving him a unique service number. And this right here is the critical handoff from the AI assistant to the actual people working in the store. And here's where it all comes together. The second Maria gives Jorgos that number, B23, his entire order pops up instantly on the store's back-end dashboard. Think about that. No manual entry, no delay, 0 chance for mistake. The order is just live, ready to go. All right, so now let's pull back the curtain a bit. How does a business actually set all this up? Let's take a look inside the control room that powers this whole experience.
Okay, so what you're seeing here is basically mission control for the AI agent. And again, even though the dashboard is in Greek, what it does is totally universal for any retail business. This is the central hub where a store can manage their entire product catalog, see all the incoming orders, and tweak all the AI's settings.
This next part is where the real personalization kicks in. A business can literally define the AI's entire identity. They can name it Maria, pick a voice, and, this is the most important part, they can write a detailed system prompt that gives it a personality. You could tell it to be a super friendly helper or a straight-to-the-point technical expert. The possibilities are huge.
Of course, an AI is only as good as the information it has, right? So to teach Maria about all the products, a business gets 2 options. As you can see, they can add things one at a time, or they can do a big bulk upload with an XML file. The system just gobbles up all that data, and suddenly the entire inventory is ready for the AI to search. And because all of the AI's core instructions live in that really flexible system prompt, it can do some pretty incredible things, like become multilingual on the fly. A customer can literally just ask it to switch languages.
And just like that, the agent pivots. It starts understanding and responding perfectly in the new language. And this all happens without a single line of new code.
That kind of built-in flexibility means one kiosk can help a super diverse international crowd of customers. Pretty amazing.
So let's zoom out for a second. When you put all these pieces together, what you really have is a system that's incredibly smooth and conversational for the customer, but also super powerful and customizable for the business. It just makes everything more efficient by automating that whole journey, from the first question all the way to placing the order.
And all of this really leads to a much bigger question, doesn't it? When you've got this kind of smart, automated assistant right there in a physical store, what does that actually mean for the future of retail?
You know, the manual for this system really nails it. It doesn't describe this as just another chatbot. It calls it a complete employee who knows your inventory and never gets tired.
And that's really the heart of it, isn't it? I mean, imagine having your absolute best, most knowledgeable employee on the floor, ready to help every single customer with perfect accuracy and endless patience, 24/7.
So that kind of leaves us with one final thought to chew on. As AI agents like Maria start showing up, not just on our phones, but in the actual stores we walk into, how is that going to completely change what we expect from customer service?